All right, so welcome back everyone. So if you saw there in the beginning, when I was starting to load this stuff up, you may be wondering why I was throwing some of these pieces on the ground and keeping them out of this pile. And the reason is because I had a little bit of pine mixed in to this stack. You're also probably wondering, what's with this trailer? Is this a new trailer in the Back 40 firewood fleet? And no, it's not. I'll tell you about the trailer, and it's kind of a unique, pretty cool story. Gives a good example of just how being open to possibilities and open to just communicating with people can really be to your advantage. They had requested not to have pine, or as little of pine as possible. So I figured if somebody is saying as little of pine as possible in the mix, it's better to just not give them any pine. So I pulled out the pine. It's easy enough to do. The rest of the stuff here is maple, ash, and there's a little basswood mixed in here. I was actually out front filling up the roadside stand a couple of weeks ago, and a gentleman stopped. Here's one thing I do like to do though, is anytime I can take the bark off of wood, I don't like getting pieces that the bark's just gonna fall off of to customers. So if I can, if it's loose, I pull it off. But anyway, so this gentleman stops by the roadside stand and he said, "Hey, do you ever deliver firewood?" And I'm not really set up to deliver, and I wasn't sure, you know, how much he wanted delivered. So at that point, I could have just said, "Nope, sorry, I don't." And I could have just kept filling up the stand and not really paid much attention to him. But if you've watched Chris at In the Woodyard, or Joe at Ohio Woodburner, or Daniel Atkins, or all these Firewood Midwest, Rod down there, all these people who sell firewood, one of the main things that they always talk about is customer service and just talking to people. Just talking to people can do wonders, can open up a lot of opportunities. So the gentleman, he explained to me that he's bought wood out of the roadside stand before, and he really likes the size of the splits. He really likes that it's seasoned and ready to burn. And so he said, you know, well, he just started talking about, you know, if I had ever thought about delivering and if I ever would maybe in the future. And I kind of told him my situation, how I didn't really, you know, I never really planned on delivering firewood, and I have a smaller trailer, I can't haul a lot, and I don't like, you know, it's not a dump trailer, so it's not ideal for delivering firewood. And then he said to me, yeah, he goes, last year I went and I picked some wood up over at somebody's place, and he didn't tell me who they were. He just said, last year I went and picked up a load, and the wood just wasn't, it was split really big and it didn't burn very well. And, you know, I really like the way that your wood is real, you know, customer friendly, as he said. And I said, well, where are you burning it? You know, are you burning outside? He goes, no, we just have a fireplace in the house. And in the fall and winter, you know, in the evenings, my wife and I, we just like to light up a little fire and, you know, hear it crackle and pop and watch the flames dance in the fireplace. So in my mind, when I heard that he had mentioned that he had picked up the wood, I immediately asked him, I said, well, how did you pick up the wood? Like, what did you do? And he said, well, I took my trailer and I just drove over to this guy's place and I loaded it up and I brought it home. And I said, oh, so you have a trailer? He said, yeah, I generally get a load of wood and then I back it into my garage and I stack it up when I have time. And, you know, I don't really use the trailer all that much in the fall and winter. So if it sits full of wood for a week or two, it's no big deal. So then I said, well, tell you what, if you would like to bring your trailer over here, I can take it back to my wood yard, load it up, and then the next day or day after, you can just come back here and pick it up. He said, oh, that would be great. I'm so glad that you offered that, because I didn't know what I was going to do and I didn't want to go back to where I went before. So there you go. Just goes to show, you get talking to someone, you find out their situation, and somehow if you can problem solve and come to a resolution to solve the problem is he wants wood. My problem is I don't really have a way, and I don't really want to get into delivering firewood. So worked out that, hey, 6x10 utility trailer he dropped off yesterday, and now I'm back here filling it up. So here's the other thing. By spending a few minutes talking with this guy and asking him how he was burning this wood, and he told me in a fireplace. So that tells me he may be in need of some kindling to get his fires going in the evening. And I just happen to have a nice big bin of kindling right here. So I'm going to load him up a complimentary bag of kindling. All right, so there you go. The trailer is loaded up with 2 face cords, maybe a little bit more. Not exact measurement coming out of that IBC tote, but I think it's pretty much, it's fair to say that the first face cord was measured out, and I kind of looked at it to judge how much was filled up, and I kind of just doubled that, and it's probably over a little bit, but no big deal. And bag of kindling to go with it. And like I said before, I mean, I'm not here trying to tell you how to run your business, what to do. All I'm saying is, like you've heard on many other channels, like I mentioned before as well, just talking to people can open up opportunities for you beyond, what you normally might be doing. In this case, I never wanted to focus on delivering firewood. This gentleman came to me, he had a problem, we talked, we worked out a solution that was in the benefit for both of us. So at the end of the day, win, win, win. You can't beat that. And he's going to be coming back for another load later on this year, and I'm hoping now this will establish a repeat customer going forward. Every year he knows he can bring his trailer here, I'll load it up, he's got his wood, he's happy, I'm happy, everything's good. Well, like I said, just talk to people. It's all it takes sometimes. Just a conversation can lead to many things. Speaking of conversations and leading to things, tomorrow night we'll see you on the Back 40 live stream for a little conversation about who knows what. But tune in Friday night, 8 p.m. Central, Back 40 live stream, Friday Night Live. Hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.